Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to the Spartan Arena for men's college hockey action as the Castleton Spartans of Coach Alex Todd host the Southern Maine Huskies of Coach Jeff Beattie. I'm Jack Healey on board with Brian Hill. Cam Clark is our producer, and our cameramen are Brian Bashaw and Nick Lingardo. Today's game on PEGTV, Channel 20 in the immediate Rutland area on the Comcast system here, and also Mike Valentine and Chris McCormick are producers at PEGTV. Castleton on a roll. Castleton winning easily last night as the Spartans got a great individual effort from Josh Harris. He scored 4 goals. Also, Justin Alonzo had in that game last night 5 assists, his line mate, as Castleton skating to the 8-1 win over the University of New England, avenging a loss early in the season. These two teams have met before early in the season, and Castleton won that game by a score of 7-3. I had an opportunity to talk to Castleton men's hockey coach Alex Todd. We'll listen into that conversation and then take a look back at the last time we were here for the game between Castleton and Skidmore back in December. We'll take a look at those highlights as well, all coming up right here. On our pregame show this afternoon from Spartan Arena, Castleton getting set to host Southern Maine. And with us on our pregame show is Alex Todd, Castleton men's hockey coach. And Alex, last night against the University of New England, got a little bit of revenge from the beginning of the season by clubbing UNE. You got to feel awfully good about that.
Yeah, we didn't play very well last time we played them. We played very well last night, so when you play well and get a win, you feel good. And last night we played well and we got the win, and that's what we need to do for the rest of the year.
I know it's all about the team, but Josh Harris, 4 goals. Justin Alonzo on that line, 5 assists. They really came to the forefront.
Yeah, those are 2 guys that as seniors have had a lot of success for us offensively in the past. This year they've been playing very well, but been a little bit on the unlucky side. And to see them get a little bit of luck last night was great because they've really been working hard.
Team-wise, since that tie to Potsdam, you had actually won the game before that, tied Potsdam. I know it's a non-league game. That big win the next day against Plattsburgh State. You've won every game since. More important now that you're into the league schedule again, but you have to be feeling awfully good the way your team is playing right now.
Yeah, not only are we getting wins, but I think we're playing good hockey. There's sometimes you can get lucky and get some wins and not play very well, but I thought, we played very well at Plattsburgh, Plymouth, and last night, so it's 3 good games in a row. And if we could keep playing good hockey, we're going to be very excited about our playoff chances.
Southern Maine was coming off a loss to Skidmore last night. As was the case with UNE, you played Southern Maine at the beginning of the season. You did beat them after that loss to UNE, but I believe that you thought that they might have outplayed you in that game despite your win.
I agree. I thought they were a great young team. I'm really nervous every time you play a young team because they're on the verge, and this is a team that's on the verge of really erupting. It's going to happen sometime. I just hope it doesn't happen tonight because they've got a strong power play. They attack well off the very good on the cycle down low. So I think they've got some offensive potential, and we've got to be very tight tonight defensively to keep them off the scoreboard, and at the same time make sure we're capitalizing on the shots and chances that we get.
One last thing, and we'll let you go. Speaking of Southern Maine and playing them early in the year, that was early December. This is a couple of months later. Is there really, even though you know about the team and you just mentioned about the being young, is there anything really you can learn from games played a couple of months ago?
Yeah, I think you can know systems, and I think you can know tendencies. Some guys will get better, some guys will get injured, and there might be some lineup changes here and there. But at the end of the day, you're pretty confident that we know what Southern Maine's going to try to do, and we know they've got the personnel that can do it well if they're on their game. So we know that, but I think more importantly for us is we went into the Southern Maine game healthy, and we've got injured after that and haven't had a full lineup ever since. We've always had one player or another who's been injured or sick. So tonight, we've got a full lineup. We think we've got everybody healthy that can play, and we're really excited to see if that doesn't give us a good winning formula.
Well, you're playing well right now, and we're heading toward the home stretch. It's the time of the year that you want to be playing well. Best of luck today against Southern Maine.
Thank you very much.
Alex Todd, the head men's hockey coach at Castleton, as Castleton takes on the Southern Maine Huskies here at the Spartan Arena. We'll continue with more on the pregame show after this timeout. Good evening, everybody, and welcome back to the Spartan Arena. It's men's hockey action as the Castleton Spartans host the Thoroughbreds of Skidmore. Now with it is Green. Trump. Going to down low the dot, and they score! Josh Harris from the right wing circle, and was it tipped in front? Here come the Teddy Bears. Yeah. Spartans lead it 1-0. Here it is again. The Crump
makes a smart decision there, and off the rebound, yes he did.
The corner, Schuler's over there. Actually, Schuler's number 26 on the other side. Gabrick. There's the shot, and they score! They tie it up. Chris Powers from the left wing circle ties it at 1.
Their power play, the first shot, you see the puck around, the defenseman breaks right in. No one on him. He just turns and beats Sonati glove side up high.
Now Bell with it, spins it back out to Delorme at the left point. Back to Bell to the left circle, fires and scores!
Hit the middle bar.
Yes, it did. It clanged off the bar, but in.
10:05 of the period. You can see the power play there. I was just going to say a minute ago, just set it up. They did. Bell comes off the wing. It's a good shot, hits the middle bar and goes right in.
Could certainly hear it ring, no doubt about it. Here is in Alonzo Bando there. Alonzo scores! 3-1 Spartans.
I think from Bando.
Second of the year for Alonzo.
Yeah, those two are the only two that touched it. Harris might get an assist. I'm not sure because he might have been the one who picked it off. But that was at 11:20.
Back out to the right point. Menard fires and it deflected, and they score on the rebound. They
thing. It was a shot from the point. They hit somebody up high, bounced up front, and there he was.
Power play goal. It comes with 1:29 to go in the second period. And Bell also with their number 19. Back to Frost along the far boards. Up to Gaudry. Fires through traffic and scores! Tyler Gaudry gets it right back. Here it is again.
See the pass. Gaudry. He just puts a shot in. I don't think he saw it. I don't know if it changed directions at all, but
4-2. Spartans, 1:08 to go in the third period. And now the Spartans control. Here's Bell, empty net, score.
Second goal of the night for Dan Bell. It moves them up in the standings, a team ahead of them, and they can catch them with this win.
And that's it. Castleton's won it 5-2, and Castleton with a win. And again, a good afternoon, everybody. We're back at the Spartan Arena as the introductions of the starting lineup. Southern Maine at 6-9-0 overall, 3-6-0 in league play. And the Spartans come into this game after the victory last night, winners of 3 straight at 5-4-1 in ECAC East play, and 10-5-2 overall. And Brian Hill, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Ryan Seward centering a line of Angelo Brackness and Troy Thibodeau for the Huskies of Southern Maine. Pierre Michel Lapointe and John Grandinetti at the points to start it off there. The first line, the goaltender is Josh Hilligus. And the Spartans going with Eric Sonati in goal. Josh Harris centering a line of Dan Bell and Justin Alonzo. Ryan Delorme and Brad Barber are at the points.
Forward, number 14, a junior from Wainwright, Alberta, Ross Herzog.
Ross Herzog, number 14. They're introducing this line, Ross Herzog, with Ryan Frost and Eric Mack. They did introduce Ryan Delorme and Brad Barber.
A freshman from Rutland, Vermont, Eric Mack. And in goal, number 35, a junior from Mahwah, New Jersey, Eric Sonati.
So we've had the introduction of both teams, and before we get the opening face-off, the national anthems of Canada and the U.S.
Nick DeMarte and Brent Adams. Now, if you'll please rise to join the Lothrop School Panther Chorale for the singing of the national anthems of Canada and the United States of America.
Lothrop School chorale with the national anthems.
Nice.
Job, the youngsters at the Lothrop School. For those watching around the country, the Lothrop School, the elementary school,
that was well
just
done.
north of Rutland in Pittsburgh, Vermont. For people that follow hockey, especially Division III ECAC East play, Jason Olson, who played his high school hockey at Rutland High School here in Rutland, Vermont, is a member of the Southern Maine team. However, he is out with an injury. He has a broken arm, and people know a youngster who spent his freshman year at Rutland. Eric Mack has been a big part of this Castleton resurgence of late. Now, Castleton won a game against Plymouth State, blew a 3-0 lead in the third period against Potsdam. Potsdam came back to tie Castleton. It was a tie. Since that time, the Spartans have won 3 straight, and you got to say, Brian Hill, they're starting to peak at the right time.
Yeah, they're playing very good hockey. They're, after last night's victory, 8-1 over University of New England, it kind of vaulted them up in the standings, and they're showing their depth, their speed, and their quickness. And after not losing much from last year's team that went deep into the finals, the ECACs, this is a very good hockey team, a very dangerous hockey team. They're playing at the right time. They're playing well at the right time.
University of Southern Maine going left to right here in the first period, and Castleton going right to left. To your left is Josh Hilligus, who is the goaltender for Southern Maine. To your right, Eric Zanatti, the goaltender for Castleton. It's Seward with Brackness and Thibodeau up front. Grandinetti and LaPointe are the defensemen here on the first line for Southern Maine, as Southern Maine has the puck in the Castleton zone. Long shot from the near boards by LaPointe, went in wide. Brackness is number 9. Right across, the quick save by Zanatti off the backhander, and that came in from Seward. Back out to the left point, Grandinetti holding, and played off the end boards by Zanatti. Thibodeau is number 10, Seward number 21, Brackness number 9. Grandinetti number 7, LaPointe number 12 on that first line for the Huskies of the University of Southern Maine, coached by Jeff Beeney. This is his 26th season at Southern Maine. He is the brother of Bill Beeney, the longtime legendary coach at Middlebury College. Matt McDonald sends the puck in. Back is Van Dyke. As the Spartans looking to clear it out of their own zone, gloved down by Mike Green for Southern Maine, and this is Brian Green, and there's a green on each side. Brian Green for the Spartans is number 21, and number 24 is Josh Harrison. What a night he had. What a career he had last night. Alonso fires in and deflected to the far corner. Back to Harris along the far boards. Alonso, Brian, had 5 assists.
Yes,
and Harris had 4 goals, tying an
assist.
Program record and an assist. And obviously, if you're on the same line where a guy gets a lot of goals, you're going to get a lot of assists too. Out to center, Sakaris getting it back, and he retreats back toward his own line. Number 14 chops it ahead where it's intercepted by Crump. He dumped it into the Husky zone. Matson, number 6, there to try to get to it. Number 48 is Pitchler for the Spartans. Loose in the right wing circle. Shanerberger out to Delorme. One-timer. Deflected on the way through. They score. Kyle Pitchler picked up the loose puck, and the Spartans lead it 1-0.
There was a scrum in the middle of the zone. The little drop pass back to the point. He ripped the shot, kind of got blocked, but Pitchler right in the right place at the right time. You see it right here. Nice little feed, under control. Shot was blocked over to the defenseman. Pitchler was pretty much an open net, and he didn't miss. 1-0 Castleton, a good start.
Kyle Pitchler, the junior from Anchorage, Alaska, picking up his 2nd goal of the year. We'll wait for the official announcement. The Spartans take the 1-0 lead, just short of a couple of minutes in the hockey game here at the Spartan Arena. I'd like to say, unless they're here, say hi to Kyle's mom and dad watching in Anchorage, Alaska today. It's, what is it? It's about 11 o'clock in the morning, I would say. Of course, they had an opportunity to meet Kyle's dad here in the lobby at the Spartan Arena a couple of weeks ago. Play back in. Shot snapped in on Sonati from the far side as Chad O'Brien. Shanenberger and Delorme
on the assist on that goal.
And with the 2nd goal of the year for Pitchler. Face off to the right of Sonati. 1-0 Castleton. 17:35 to go here in the first period. At the Spartan Arena, Brandonetti and LaPointe are the defensemen on this line again. They're the first line of defensemen. Dymock is number 18, and he centers this line. Number 22 is Osborne. Also at number 4, Pompeo. As it's cleared out to center, Pompeo drops it back into the zone. It's going to be an offside call against Southern Maine.
Southern Maine trying to be very physical early with Castleton, as I don't think they can handle their speed and quickness. So they're going to try to pin them in and try to, use the body to keep the puck in the Castleton zone.
Back on, it's Seward with Brackness and Thibodeau up front for the Huskies, as Eric Mack will take the draw for the Spartans. Chopped into the zone, back out, and Mack drops the puck in, and on a chase there, on a battle with LaPointe, trying to get to the puck. Getting it back, Mack to the left wing corner. Frost is in on this line here this afternoon as it's out to Brackness. Brackness on the right wing to Seward, drops it into the, well, I was going to say it apparently hit
went into the bench.
Into the bench area, the Castleton bench area. Jack Healey, Brian Hill. The 2nd game of the year, after actually the 1st game of the year, the Spartans defeated Southern Maine, then lost the next day. In that game in which the Spartans won 7-3, both Coach Todd and Coach Beeney agree that Southern Maine actually outplayed Castleton in that game despite the 7-3 victory. Here's Pitchler over the line. Shanenberger with it now. Backhanded in, and the save made by Hilligus. He has a goals against average of 3.81, a save percentage of .860.
If you're Coach Beeney, you'd like to see that a little higher, the save percentage. You like to be in the 9s. College hockey's a little different, but you want it up a little higher.
Well, he is a young goaltender.
Yeah, they got all freshmen.
Yeah, they're all freshman goaltenders, so certainly not a lot of experience there. They lost, I believe, their veteran goaltender early in the year as a save there by Sonati. As over the line taking the shot was Lauren Miller. Making his debut, he's on the ice right now, is Will Laking, number 26. He's making his debut in this game. Here's that shot again just a moment
shot
ago.
just over the blue line. Sonati with an easy save there, and he held on to it face-off. Castleton rolling 4 lines. Important at this time of year to have that depth.
I was going to mention Laking from Orilla, Ontario. He's a freshman making his debut this afternoon at the Spartan Arena. Gingera trying to get to it in the left wing corner, and it's out to Gallo, and Gallo taps it to the red line, swatted in by O'Brien, back forward Murray. O'Brien steals, left wing circle, he snaps it to the right wing corner, back out toward the right point. Griffin there, fires in, knocked down and blocked by Van Dyke at the circle. Now Brian Green sends it around to Laking along the near side for Castleton. Castleton white and green, and Southern Maine in the blue and white uniforms. The Southern Maine changes up here, and the Spartans look to start it out. 1-0 Castleton, 15:40 to go here in the first period at the Spartan Arena. Cleared out to center and deflected all the way back into the Southern Maine zone. Back to get it is Matson. Matson now for Griffin. Griffin up the middle, and he lost it. There's the quick shot. Alonso picked it up off the turnover. Alonso trying to get to it again at the slot, and Pompeo throws it in, backtracking his left wing. Now Crump, and it squeezed out to center ice, where it's controlled again by Lapointe. Then he lost it. Here's Harris, left wing circle, and the one-timer Dan Bell couldn't quite pull the trigger on it quite enough. As we're going to stoppage and play, and a Spartan player has been shaken up.
Wow, that was a hit from behind that he did not call. He is asking the official. The official's asking the linesman what he saw, and boy, I'll tell you, that was a hit from behind. And you can see it coming up here. Watch, he's got his numbered back to you.
Crump.
Crump, he's got his back to you. Oh. You can see it right there. You got to be consistent.
Yeah, look at this again.
Real late and an elbow up high. Really bad. Really a cheap shot. No need for that in hockey.
Great job by Cam Clark, who's
Yes.
our producer. He is the best of the business. Zanatti trying to cover it up, and the cage came off the mooring.
Coach Todd very
Here it is
unhappy.
again.
You can see, I think that's 19 come in late with an elbow up high.
I'm not sure that's a hit from behind.
No, it's an elbow from behind.
He certainly could be an elbow. It could have been a boarding call. He certainly
he also, the puck was gone for a good second, and he came up high and late. It's not acceptable in this game, and the referees missed it. And Southern Maine is trying to play very, very physical and trying to get Castleton off their game. Might not work for Southern Maine because they get some penalties. They got a very poor penalty killing, 73%.
Certainly no call, and it's 1-0 Castleton here with 14:30 left in the first period. On a chase, Richards. Pitchler there has got the goal. Back to Richards to Schaenenberger, and he fanned on it at the slot. Seward sends it on the left wing. Brackness a drive and a save by Sonati, and he hangs on. Jack Healey, Brian Hill, great to be back here. It's been a while. We haven't been here since the early part of December.
A lot of turnovers early by both teams in their own end, especially by Southern Maine. Alonso had a good opportunity. You can see the play here. Again down the wing, and Sonati in perfect spot. Goes down the butterfly and smothers, no rebound.
Play back in. Southern Maine controlling. Zacharias is number 14, and number 19 is Mike Green. Toward the corner, Matt McDonald, number 3. Mike Green, number 19. Tried to bring it in front, never got a stick on it, and the Spartans clear it back out to center. Or it's driven back in by Lapointe. Back forward, Brad Barber. Barber taps it up to center. Now Alonso across the red line, fired back the other way and tipped into the Castleton zone by Mike Green. Zanatti snaps it around the boards up near the blue line and got it back out to center. And
we have a trip.
We do have a first penalty of the hockey game coming up here.
And it's on Pierre-Michael Lapointe for a trip.
It Or Pierre Michel.
Or Pierre, that's true. I'm sorry. Forgive me.
And on this day that the National Hockey
That's
League
right,
season
I know.
is starting, I can't believe you, Brian
I just looked
Hill.
at it real quick. I'm sorry.
Mr. NHL, Mr. Hockey.
Oh, no.
Spartans go on the power play.
Like I said, Southern Maine not very good on the penalty kill.
Ryan Frost with it now along the near boards, number 29, out to DeLorme. Now Van Dyke, DeLorme midpoint, a drive and deflected, and Hilligus might have got a piece of that as the puck was loose in front, cleared back down by the Huskies. DeLorme with Van Dyke. Great to have Van Dyke back.
Yes.
I know he's been back for a couple of games, so he really had some kind of injury. He had, I don't know, 40 stitches in his leg, something like that.
Very solid defenseman for them.
DeLorme back. Also now Bell is on. Alonso and Harris along the far boards. Bell now Alonso, and it's going to be offside. A minute 14 left of the Castleton power play.
Good call by Rutland's own Brent Adams, the linesman. I will say in defense of the referee on that hit that they didn't call that Alex was upset about. The play moved on, and sometimes as a referee you look at the play, you don't look at that late at a play, and you didn't see it as the puck moved about 25 feet past him. So
Pompeo back, and he clears the length of the ice. Back for Crump. Crump was the one that got hit, and he was shaken up a little bit, but he's back on the ice here.
Yeah.
Gabriel Crump.
Still a dangerous hit.
Up the middle, Green on the right wing. Here's Harris, and he rockets it in and around the boards. Green trying to keep it in at the line, and came out of the zone and tapped back in by Pompeo. 40 seconds left in the Castleton power play. 12:17 to go first period. On the goal by Kyle Pitchler. The Spartans have the 1-0 lead here. Schoenberger over the line on the left wing side. Schoenberger getting wrapped up toward the corner. Yet Frost with him. Frost comes over, number 29, back out to DeLorme at the left point. Now Van Dyke right point looking. DeLorme one-timer blocked. DeLorme picks it up again along the near boards. Back to Schoenberger. Now with it, Frost. Frost tries the wraparound, puck loose. It goes toward the end boards. McDonald there, Murray there. Spartans number 12 penalty over. Both teams in full strength. The shot by Schoenberger, the save by Hilligus, and the shot by Murray, and it goes off the boards in behind the goaltender. 5 shots on goal for Castleton out to center. Here comes Miller, and it's going to be offside Huskies. 11:25 to go first period. 1-0 Spartans.
Good opportunity for Castleton after the penalty just expired, which is a dangerous time. You can see it here. A shot. The rebound comes out. And he just gets up over the crossbar. He had him beat upstairs, but he just missed. A lot of loose pucks going Castleton's way. When you're playing well, it seems to happen for you.
Dymock and Osborne, and also Chad O'Brien on this line for the Huskies of Southern Maine. Well, toward the corner, the end boards got wrapped up there. Over is Grandinetti, and it's cleared back down, and it's going to be an icing call. And we'll have the face-off back in the Southern Maine zone.
Seems early on, Jack, that Southern Maine wants to try to get into a little run and gun here with Castleton. I don't know how that's going to work out for them, but they seem to be wanting to leave the zone real quick and try to break out quickly, and it's leaving their defensemen kind of naked back there.
Herzog and Dymock on the face-off.
Good name.
To the left of Hilligus, Josh Hilligus. Eric Mack at the corner. Osborne now out to center. Osborne sends it near side to LaPointe. LaPointe shovels it in. There's Van Dyke, and back out. LaPointe plays it. LaPointe to Grandinetti. Grandinetti over the red line, taps it into the Castleton zone. And back for it is Brian Green for the Spartans. Brian Green up the middle to Herzog. Eric Mack on the left wing, a local kid from Rutland, Vermont. Mack in behind the cage. He's number 87. Crump comes over, and it's up over the
hit the netting.
Glass and out of play. 1-0 Castleton. There's your score and the time. 10:25 to go in the first period.
Castleton's got good legs this early on. Taking the play to Southern Maine.
Crop drives the puck into the Southern Maine zone. Pitchler comes over. Now Schaenenberger, and he backhanded it right across the crease, and it's brought out. Sakaris on the right wing to Pompeo, and it's going to be offside against Southern Maine. They've had about 5 of them here in the early going.
Yeah, I'm telling you, Jack, they're looking to really bring everybody up in this rush, and they a little excited. You can see it just here, a little bit out of his reach. I think he thought the defenseman was going to take it, and in the middle of the zone there, number 14. Dimitri Sakaris was offside.
Or Sakaris.
Sakaris. Okay. Get a lot of action.
Sakaris is there. Number 14. Number 19 is Mike Green. Number 3 is Matt McDonald. And number 4, Alex Pompeo. And number 6, Daniel Matson, the lineman right now for the Huskies. Here's Delorme skating it up to center. Delorme to Murray. Murray cuts it in, and Illigus made the save, I believe, off his left shoulder, if Murray indeed could pull the trigger. And now it's a Gingera with it in behind the net. It's wrapped around, trying to wrap it around with Sakaris, got it out to center, but Delorme sends it back the other way. McDonald now, and it's going to be...
Get an interference, I think, on Southern Maine.
Yep, there is an interference call coming up, and...
Sakaris. I got it right that time.
But he's not the guy going off. It's going to be Mike Green.
I know, but I'm just saying that's why Sakaris coming around here. You can see Colin Murray making a nice move, lowers his shoulder, and nice save by Hilligus there on the backhand. I'm telling you, Southern Maine doesn't want to get into too many penalties here.
So the Spartans go on the power play again here. Second power play opportunity. Number 37, Sam Guimond on the ice. Number 27, Cody Collins on the ice for Southern Maine. But the Spartans on the power play opportunity. Out now to Brian Green at the right point. Right, also on this line, Alonzo Harris and also Bell. Back to Green to Crop, one-timer, and it ricochets off the post. Back to Harris along the far boards. And Harris wanted to feed it toward the corner, and it's cleared out.
Crump let that one-timer go, and he beat him upstairs. Referee in good position there to make the calls. It certainly hit the crossbar.
Actually, I said the post, but it was the crossbar. Yeah.
It's all right. I didn't get Sakaris right either.
To me, the post, the crossbar, all the same.
Not really, but it's okay.
All right.
I'm sorry.
Cleared back in by Grandinetti.
Castleton's making a little weave here at center ice. At one point, gave him a 2-on-1, and Southern Maine hasn't been able to figure it out yet on this power play. They make a quick pass up the wing, and into the center, comes flying up the middle, and they don't have an answer for it. It's going to break in.
2 seconds left of the Castleton power play. Murray fires in. Frost on a chase. Schaenenberger in on this line right now, along with Van Dyke and Delorme. They're at the points off the power play. Here's Delorme to play it at the left point. Beats it down to the near board. Schaenenberger turns, fires.
Another one off the crossbar.
Second one in this power play opportunity. 30 seconds to go on the power play. Van Dyke didn't save by Hilligus, the freshman goalie, and it's cleared out to center, backtracking Delorme. Now it's Van Dyke, and he floats it diagonally to left wing corner. And Southern Maine manages to clear it out. Pierre-Michel Lapointe. 10 seconds to go on the Castleton power play. Delorme back for it. Got Harris and Bell and Alonzo back on now. As the penalty is over, both teams at full strength. Harris back in his own zone. Harris wheels and fires it into the Southern Maine zone. It's going to be icing.
It seems early on the Castleton, when they're getting the opportunity, well, you can see the one-timer here, I think by Crump, that he rips it off the crossbar and beats him up over the shoulder, but didn't go in. Castleton is shooting everything high. They have a little scouting report on Hilligus. Here's the other one that off the crossbar as well, both up high. Hilligus seems to go down very quick.
Nothing Castleton. It's 7:30 to go in the first period as that save made by Sonati off the stick of Mike Green, number 19. 14 is Sakaris. And that one blocked. That came in from the left wing circle. That was O'Brien. Trying to keep it at the point. Matson can't do it. Has to backtrack toward his own line for the Huskies. Huskies of the University of Southern Maine. Now it's Pompeo. Back to Matson. Up to center, O'Brien. Now it's Richards, though, after the turnover to the right wing circle. Fires in wide, snaps out along the near boards toward the point. Left wing can't keep it in, and backtracking is Barber into his own zone. Taps it back for left wing. Berger off his stick. Back out to center, Grandinetti, and it's going to be an offside for Castleton now.
Southern Maine defensemen like to bring the puck up, and there's nothing wrong with that, but they're getting stripped a couple times, and it was almost a breakaway by, I think it might have been Harris, but you got to be careful if you're the last defenseman. You don't want to get stripped. You're the safety valve.
Frost and Gingera and also Murray on this line. Here on the left wing, over the line, Thibodeau. Drops it toward the end boards. Brackness is number 9. Gingera, far side, and he clears it out. Eric Gingera, one of those very good freshmen on this team. Lakey is out there as well. It's pounded back into the zone by the Spartans. Just mentioned Gingera. He sent it back in, and Brackness turned around. Lakey back for it. Laking, L-A-K-I-N-G, Laking. Back for it, Grandinetti. Grandinetti checked by Laking. It's Alonso almost took out the referee down low in the left wing circle. Now Bell with it in behind the net. Alonso parked in front, tried to go to Alonso, went right by him. Brackness plays it. Brackness shoots it up to center. Turning around is Seward now to Thibodeau, and he can't quite get to it. Barber actually beat him to the puck, and it's cleared out to center. Goes behind Alonso. Thibodeau sends it back into the Castleton zone. 5:30 to go first period. Spartans have a 1-0 lead over Southern Maine. Spartans in transition up to center. And it's Harris who had it poked away at the line. Some collisions right here in front of us, in front of the scorer's table.
It's getting very physical, very physical.
And this will be an icing call. There is going to be icing?
And we got a penalty, too.
Yeah, we do have a penalty coming up here.
I think it's on Castleton. I think it's on... 87 on Eric Mack on a hook. So a lot of stuff going on in the neutral zone. A lot of body contact off the puck. It's getting pretty physical here. I'm telling you, Southern Maine, it's the way they're going to have to try to beat Castleton. At least that's the way they think.
Zacharias is in. Also Mike Green, Dymock in on the power play. Papio is at a point, and also at a point Matson on the first power play opportunity for the University of Southern Maine as Mack is off. 5:11 to go first period of the goal by Kyle Pitchler, and the Spartans lead at 1-0. Off the draw, controlled by Matson, and the right point Papio back to Matson. And he throws it into the right wing corner. Down low is number 18, Dymock. Dymock getting it back. Backtracking Richards, looking for an opening to clear it out, and unable to keep it in was Matson. That's the backtrack, chased by Richards. Papio with it, back to Matson. Chased by Harris, to slide it up to center. Dymock, he lost it. Brian Green had it knocked down. Brian Green on the second opportunity finds an opening diagonally into the Southern Maine zone. Minute 20 left on the Husky power play. Back it goes to Papio. On the left wing side, Zacharias, and they track, but it's cleared out by the Spartans.
Great back checking by Alonso. All the way, hounded the guy all the way down the ice and led to a turnover, and Castleton to be able to dump it deep.
55 seconds left in the Southern Maine power play. Here's Thibodeau over the line on the right wing. Thibodeau in deep toward the corner. Seward there as well. Also into the power play is Guimond, and we mentioned Seward on the power play as well, but it's cleared out. And waiting for it at the point was Grandinetti, and he has to go back and get it from his goaltender. 32 seconds left in the Southern Maine power play.
Southern Maine bringing 4 guys deep in the power play. Very risky.
Grandinetti ahead to Seward. Wheels at the circle, sends it into the zone. Cleared out by the Spartans' Reed Leswick. Back for it again, Grandinetti. Grandinetti to Brackness on the left to Thibodeau. Brian Green there to wrap him up. 9 seconds left in the power play. They're pinching up, a little scrum in front of the crowd across the way toward the corner. Spartan zone, that will do the penalty. Both teams at full strength. And Sonati covers up as out of the scrum. They sent it toward the Castleton goaltender, and Brackness was standing right there to perhaps pick up the loose puck.
But Sonati read the play and jumped out and grabbed it before any damage. Good penalty kill there by Castleton.
Sonati's got a goals against average of 1.99, a save percentage of .917.
Which is very, very good.
Sonati out of Mahwah, New Jersey.
I wonder what exit that is.
I know where it is. I've been by it. Usually, with all due respect, a lot of places as you go down the Jersey Turnpike, you go buy a lot of stuff.
I know. My relatives are all from Jersey, so I can say that.
I think New Jersey's very underrated myself.
Well, my parents were born there, so I...
Mack up to center. Eric Mack will play to the left wing corner in the Husky zone. The end boards. Tapped it ahead. There's Ryan Frost, changes direction. Mack parked in front. Frost to the right wing circle. Now the shot by Herzog. The save made by Hilligus. And Sakaris up to McDonald. McDonald taps it in. It'll go to the end boards. McDonald try to follow it up. A little collision there. Sakaris comes over. McDonald there as well. Goes by him. And the Spartans in transition. Here's Brian Green up the center. He fires all the way in, and Hilligus steers it toward the near corner. Richler on a chase. The wraparound. Schoenberger save. Schoenberger again can't get the shot away. Schoenberger to his knees. And tapped out now Pompeo. Pompeo up to center for Southern Maine. Pompeo over the line. It's going to be offside. Ahead of the play was Jamie Osborne. 1-0 Castleton. A minute 49 to go here in the first period.
I don't know if Schoenberger saw Kyle Richards in front when he tried to make that little wraparound. He was wide open. It would have been a yayer, as they say. Easy tap-in, empty net goal. But good action.
And Laking is out with Gingera and also Murray, 2 of the 3 on the front line here. Freshman again, Laking making his debut. DeLorme backboard in his own zone for Castleton. Down to Barber. And it's tipped into the zone by Murray and actually tipped out of play. Stoppage in play. 1:32 to go first period. Jack Healey, Brian Hill, Cam Clark is our producer. Mike Valentine and Chris McCormick are producers at PEGTV here in the immediate Rutland area on the Comcast system. Game being shown on Channel 20. Ryan Bashaw and Nick Lengardo, our cameramen here at the Spartan Arena. Nice crowd on a Saturday afternoon, and the college hockey this afternoon, and NHL hockey going on all over the place. Finally, today as well. LaPointe back in his own zone. Barber being chased by Osborne. Around, wanted to go to DeLorme, stepping up to it was O'Brien. Back to Barber. The play coming down on a minute to go in the first period here at the Spartan Arena. Alonzo taps it to the right wing corner. Alonzo and Grandinetti on a battle for it. Also there is O'Brien. Grandinetti shoots it off the near boards across the red line. Brian Green, but Grandinetti plays it again. Grandinetti, an individual effort, sends it to the end boards in behind Sonati. Backboard is Van Dyke. Van Dyke on the left side to Dan Bell. He controls out to center, taps it all the way in. It bounces toward the corner. Backtracking there, Miller. Now it's stolen in the zone. Pitchler down low to Josh Harris. Harris scoring again. And it's 2-0 Castleton with 24.1 seconds to go.
You can see it here.
In the first period.
Turnover by Southern Maine. Pitchler sees Harris on the right post and an easy tap-in goal. Nice play again by Pitchler, who's been involved in both goals. An assist and a goal. He's got his head up, takes a look. Bad turnover by Southern Maine. Their play is dictated by their physicality, that they have turned the puck over, trying to make the big hit, and it's cost them right there.
2-0 Spartans.
Scored by number 24, Josh Harris. His 10th goal of the season.
10th of the year for Harris.
Number 48, Kyle
Pitchler on the assist. He's got a goal and an assist. Harris on the goal, his 10th of the year. 8 seconds to go in the first period. Seward over the line. He lost it to Richards around a near side now to left wing, and with 2.2 seconds to go in the first period.
We got a slash on, I think on Southern Maine, number 21.
That should be Seward.
And Alonzo picked up an assist on that, on the Harris
No, actually,
goal.
it's going to be on Barber.
It's Barber.
Actually, it's on both.
Both of them,
It's a
yes.
matching penalty. Barber and also Seward. Barber for Castleton, Seward for Southern Maine, so it's matching penalties. There was an assist there.
Yes,
as well.
Alonzo got the second assist on that, on Harris's goal. I think they're once. I think it's slash. I think both slashing or roughing in a slash. They'll let us know here in the 2.2 seconds left.
Puck down, and that does the first period, and we've played one period of play here at the Spartan Arena, and after one period, our score, the Castleton Spartans 2 and the Southern Maine Huskies nothing, as the Spartans getting goals from Kyle Pitchler, his 2nd of the year, and also by Josh Harris, his 10th of the year. As a matter of fact, we'll be back to take a look at the action from the first period after this timeout. We'll be right back at the Spartan Arena.
Attention sports fans. PEGTV is looking for volunteers to videotape area sporting events for broadcast. PEGTV will train any Rutland County resident on the latest high-definition video cameras and provide you with all the equipment you'll need to tape area college and high school games or any organized sport. So grab a friend or another parent and get your students on PEGTV. Contact PEGTV today for more information about this great public service.
We're back at the Spartan Arena. Jack Healey with Brian Hill, and our producer is Cam Clark, and again Mike Ballantyne and Chris McCormick at PEG TV channel 20. 2-0 Castleton. Our camera people are Brian Bashaw and Nick Lingardo, and here to take a look at the scoring in the first period, Brian Hill.
All right, the first goal. We had a little scrum, like I said earlier, and Schadenberger gets it back to DeLorme, who lets it go, gets blocked basically twice, and Pitchler in the right spot and puts it in the empty, well, not in the empty net, but in the wide open net, as Hilligus had committed from the shot. And you see 2 blocks right there, and Pitchler does not miss. Who's had a good game for them, for Castle today. Here's the second goal. It's a turnover. Pitchler's coming off the bench, finds Alonzo on the right post, and he doesn't miss those at all. I'm sorry, Harris there. You can see the turnover. Pitchler with his head up, makes the little feed over to Harris, and in the net it goes. 2-0 Castleton. Castleton with 14 shots to 5 for Southern Maine in that period.
So it's 12
saves for Hilligus and 5 for Sinati.
Yeah, I was just thinking as Pitchler scored the first goal and assisted on the second from Anchorage, Alaska, talking about his parents watching, and it occurred to me that they are not 5 hours behind, and that's Hawaii. They're 4 hours behind.
Okay, well, it's
I said it was about 11 a.m., but the game started about noon, and now it's, I'd say it's about 12:30 out there.
They could have brunch.
They could. So we're going to take a little break here at the Spartan Arena as we are between the first and second periods. Castleton leading by a score of 2-0. Before we take the break, still a minute 58 left on the matching penalties. One was slashing.
Embellishment.
And the other one was embellishment.
Basically, it's a dive.
Which is a dive, I know. At any rate, we are at the Spartan Arena. Castleton looking for its 4th straight win. The Spartans playing very well. They're off to a quick start, leading 2-0 after a period. We'll be back right before the start of the second period.
Why did I choose Castleton?
Castleton is big enough, so there's a lot to do. It's small enough so I can really get involved.
Sports.
Theater and music.
Radio and TV.
Internships and community service. There's a real sense of community.
And lots of opportunity.
And Castleton is in Vermont.
That means hiking, biking, skiing, and riding.
Visit castleton.edu to learn more about Castleton.
Why do students choose Castleton State College? It's big enough so there's lots to do, but it's small so that they can get involved in their classes and in clubs, in student government, theater, music, radio, TV, internships, and college and community projects that really matter. Castleton President Dave Walk calls Castleton a small college with a big heart. From their first day on campus, students feel a part of the community. Castleton offers more than 30 majors, career preparation, and the liberal arts and sciences. In every field, students receive personal attention from excellent faculty. There's a sense of community and lots of opportunity. For more than 200 years, Castleton has been educating students while changing to meet their needs. Technology, sustainability, internships, and community engagement are all part of a Castleton education. And the Castleton Spartans compete in 20 intercollegiate sports. Last year, 19 teams went on to the postseason, and individual athletes earned 79 spots on all conference teams, 6 All-Region awards, and 1 All-American mention. Spartan Stadium, the home of men's and women's soccer, men's and women's lacrosse, field hockey, and football, is one of the finest facilities in the state. Glenbrook Gymnasium and Spartan Arena have been beautifully renovated. Castleton is in central Vermont, near the best snowboarding and skiing in New England, and close to where you are right now. And with all these advantages, Castleton is affordable with costs well below private colleges. Find out for yourself how Castleton can make a difference in your life by visiting soon. Check out the web at castleton.edu.
Attention sports fans! PEGTV is looking for volunteers to videotape area sporting events for broadcast. PEGTV will train any Rutland County resident on the latest high-definition video cameras and provide you with all the equipment you'll need to tape area college and high school games or any organized sport. So grab a friend or another parent and get your students on PEGTV. Contact PEGTV today for more information about this great public service.
Chuck Healey back with Brian Hill at the Spartan Arena. It's 2-0 Castleton after a period. And to repeat, Brad Barber whistled out for slashing Ryan Seward for embellishment. That was the call on the Southern Maine player. The matching penalties, a minute 58 to go on the matching penalties as we get set for the second period. The Spartans get on the board at the 1:54 mark. Kyle Pitchler scoring from Ryan DeLorme and Ben Schoenberger. And then at the 19:36 mark, Josh Harris scored from Pitchler and Justin Alonzo. As the Spartans have the 2-0 lead for Pitchler. It was his second goal of the year. And for Harris, his 10th of the year. A whole bunch of them came, of course, last night. And he's in a zone right now.
He's hot. That was kind of his easiest one, I think. It was a great feed from Pitchler. For you young kids watching on TV, if you have your head up and your stick on the ice, good things will happen for you.
Here's Sonati. Again, the shots on goal in that first period. 14 for Castleton, 5 for Southern Maine. Sonati will be in the goal to our left. Southern Maine going right to left here in the second period. And the Spartans going left to right. To our right, it is Josh Hilligus, the freshman goalie for the Southern Maine Huskies.
One of the more sillier NCAA rules is when you come out between this, after the first period and after the second period, only the players who are starting that period can be out on the ice. The other kids just have to go to the bench.
They can't skate around.
They can't skate around. It's just a silly rule, if you ask me. I think the only thing they're thinking of is that they don't want any bench clearing brawls, but they warm up before the game. It's just a silly rule. A lot of conversations going on with the referees today.
They are skating 4-on-4, those matching penalties at the end of the first period. So the Spartans scored early in the period, late in the period for the 2-0 lead. As we're underway here in the second period, again skating 4-on-4. Harris backtracking. Harris is out there with Brian Green, and also out there it is Dan Bell and Ryan DeLorme. That's the alignment for the Spartans. As here come the Spartans. Here's Harris in, and the glove save by Hilligus.
Nice save there by Hilligus. Harris looking for another one. I thought he might slip it back to Bell on a little give and go because Bell gave it to him first. Here you see it. I thought he was going to give it back to him, especially when the defenseman took a dive.
Might have been tough. The defenseman, Grandinetti.
Little saucer pass. I think he could have done it.
Yeah, he did have a stick on the ice there, but you're right. Maybe it could have been in retrospect. Here's Delorme, right point, fires in, blocked by Grandinetti. Here's McDonald now in transition on the right. Sakaris over the line, and the shot in by Grandinetti went wide. McDonald picks it up, still skating 4-on-4. Wanted to go back out to Grandinetti, but it's blocked all the way back down into the USM zone. As Green and McDonald on a chase. McDonald back to grab it now. 1:05 to go on the matching penalties. Want to go up to Grandinetti. Harris stole it for a moment. Back out to center. Chopped back into the zone. And backtracking is Papio for the University of Southern Maine. Papio sends it on the left. Gallo chops it into the Castleton zone on a chase. Sakaris toward the end boards. Spartans now in transition back the other way. Harris with speed. Harris sent it by Bell, but Harris easily grabs it at the end boards. Harris in behind Hilligus. Harris now wanted to shoot it out toward the left point where the pass is intercepted by Gallo. Gallo over the line. The save, no, it's a score. Gallo scores. I thought Sonati got a piece of it, but a goal for Southern Maine. It's 2-1 Castleton.
He did get a piece of it. It went off his blocker, and I put it in himself. As you see,
here it is again.
Coming
this is
down
Gallo.
The wing. Gallo, the shot, and it just feathered off his blocker. He was in the right position. I think that's one that Eric would certainly want back. Look to see if it got deflected at all. No, he just kind of whiffed on it. I think it kind of was more like a changeup for him than anything.
Yep, thought he had it.
It's a big goal right there.
Fourth goal of the year for Gallo. So Southern Maine scoring early.
Still 4-on-4.
In the second period. It's 17 seconds left on that matching penalty. The penalties at the end of the first period. They are, as you mentioned, skating 4-on-4.
Number 23 is Stephen Gallo. Assisted by number 24, Laura Bella. And number 37, Sam Guimont.
Miller and also Guimont score on the assist. The penalties are over. Both teams at full strength now. Guimont and Miller on the assists for Southern Maine on that one, as Southern Maine is on the board. Castleton has a 2-1 lead. It looked like Sonati had it all the way and went off him over the goal line. Laking tried to get to it as he couldn't. He's making his debut. Will Laking, number 26 for the Spartans in this. Backtracking is Miller. Miller sends it up now to Sakaris. Sakaris over the line. Sakaris in deep, in behind Sonati. Extra jump in the step of the Huskies here now. Grandinetti's, and the save made. It popped up into the air. Save made by Sonati, and it's cleared out. As the puck wobbles toward the Southern Maine line and cleared out by Pierre-Michel Lapointe up over the bench and out of play.
This is the play again. Not much you can say about it. He doesn't look like he gets all of it. The goal scorer, and Sonati just kind of, I think it kind of fooled him. Southern Maine again is turning the puck over in their own end. It's going to catch up to them. The defensemen are trying to rush it, and they're getting stripped.
Mack sends it around as the Spartans get into the Huskies zone. Over is Herzog out toward the line. Herzog now at the right wing corner to Frost in behind the cage. Frost with it for the Spartans along the near boards. Looking for a return pass from Mack. Mack fires in and blocked toward the corner. And now McDonald in transition, but here comes a penalty. We're going to have a hooking call here.
Looks like
it's going to be on Southern Maine. It's going to be on Pierre-Michel Lapointe, his second
of the game
penalty. 2-1 Castleton. Castleton scored early and late in the first period, and Southern Maine scoring early here in the second period. 16:42 to go in the second period here at the Spartan Arena. Face off to the left of Hilligus.
What Coach Beanie was looking for just after getting getting back within one and now giving up a power play.
So the Spartans on the power play. Harris, and the save by Hilligus as the puck bounces to the circle, back out to Brian Green. Gingera back to Green. Toe drag for Bell. Now Harris to send it across. It bounces out toward Brian Green as he kept it in. Actually, the other player out there is Crump, number 55, not Gingera. It's Alonzo, Harris, and Bell, and Crump, and Green. On the near boards, pinching up. Spartans on the power play. Little scrum going on. Harris looking to break it loose, but McDonald clears it out the length of the ice for Southern Maine.
Unfortunate for Castleton because they had Southern Maine running around.
Here now is Frost. They're going to call it offside. Castleton, a minute 10 to go in power play.
They just ahead of the play there. They tried to long stretch pass. It just didn't happen for Castleton. The guy offside, I think it was Colin Murray.
Murray's out there with Schoenenberger and also is to blow the whistle here again. And Frost is also out there on the power play. Van Dyke and DeLorme at the points for the Spartans. DeLorme backtracks into his own zone. Chased there by Seward. 55 seconds left in the Castleton power play. Murray tried to play it and cleared back in by Guimond for Southern Maine. Sonati knocks it down for Ryan DeLorme. Trying to get things started here. Got it back out to center. Knocked back into the zone by Pompeo. Spartans taking a lot of time setting this thing up out of their own zone here. Frost Inspires at the line. Guimond back, tries to smash it around and does get it all the way out to center. Now Seward plays it and dumps the puck into the Castleton zone. Van Dyke back for it. 20 seconds left in the Castleton power play. On the right wing, it's Harris up to center. McDonald knocks it down. Harris gets it back. Harris backtracking. 7 seconds left in the Spartan power play. Harris up to center. Harris drops it in and a bounce toward the end boards. Back is Pompeo. Penalty over. Both teams at full strength. Now McDonald with it. McDonald floats it out to center. Played there by Mike Green. On the right to Thibodeau. He's wrapped up by Brian Green. And behind the play, Spartan goes into the net.
Yeah, there was a battle going to drive to the net, and not sure who it was for Castleton. It went down.
Crump
went into the net hard, battling for position. Keep the Southern Maine forward from getting open in front. Castleton a little sloppy right now. Not moving their feet very well. Way to get back to skating.
To the left of Zanatti. On the left point, Miller bounces it in. Didn't get a lot of wood on it. Not a lot of mustard on that one. The save was made by Sonati, and he didn't get a chance to really cover it up as the rebound was left to the slot. Poke it up toward the corner. Number 14 is Sakaris. Number 19 is Mike Green. Sakaris pitched it up along the far boards, dropped it toward the end boards. Mike Green changing direction. In behind the net. Sakaris trying to get to it, but it's cleared up over the glass and out of play. 13:51 to go in the second period. Score right there, Castleton 2, USM 1. We're at the Spartan Arena, the University of Southern Maine.
Good forecheck by them. They've been cycling the puck, keeping the puck on their stick. And Castleton doing a lot of chasing. They got to get their feet moving a little better here. They don't seem to have the jump that they had in the first period.
Face off to the right of Eric Sonati in the Castleton zone as this is the first line. Brandon Eddy throws it now down low for Brackness. Brackness with the left wing corner. Thibodeau is number 10. Seward number 21 for Southern Maine. This is Seward. Doesn't get to it. Brian Green number 21 for the Spartans. Now Richards clears it out and it'll trickle all the way back down. LaPointe back for Pierre. LaPointe up to Thibodeau at center in transition. Thibodeau with speed. Shovels it down the middle, and right there, Brackness trying to get a stick on it. Brackness out the right wing circle, and the save made by Eric Sonati. Brackness quickly wheeled around back to the circle and snapped it in on the Castleton Spartan goaltender.
Yeah,
Eric
nice
Sonati.
rush there, nice quick transition. You can see he gets the puck in the right corner. All of a sudden, he's got a lot of room, time, and space. A good shot off, and a good save by Sonati. Castleton seems to be chasing, not skating. Southern Maine taking the play to him right now.
Southern Maine playing a lot better here in the second period. Osborne, number 22. McDonald, number 3. And number 23 is Gallo, scored the goal out to Grandinetti. A drive and the save made. That went in through a screen. I'm not sure Sonati saw that. Tipped in at the line by Gallo, and Sonati knocks it down for Ryan DeLorme.
Got somebody. No, I think that hit a defenseman in front.
Didn't get all the way through. I'm not sure if he saw it anyway. Here's Gingera over the line. Gingera now to DeLorme. Fires the save, and on the rebound again the save. Herzog back in front. Gingera there. Cage came off the mooring.
Yeah, no goal. Had a few good chances there in front. A good little 3-on-2. Real nice pass off the left wing to DeLorme. Got a good shot off, good save by Hilligus, and then rebound. DeLorme grabbed it, tried to do a wraparound, and
here's
see
DeLorme.
Right here, Gingras.
Herzog right there. Hit the side of the net. Herzog grabbed it again.
You see Gingras in front looking for it. He gets it, gets a little shot off, and then the net comes off the moorings.
Will Laking in to take the draw, making his debut here today for the Spartans. Puck loose. Murray there, sent it right across the crease. Comes toward the near boards. Laking and also Gingera. Actually, Gingera, another freshman, is out on this line. Laking, we mentioned, making his debut. Murray on this line as well. Back to get it for the Spartans. Reed Leswig chomps it across the red line. LaPointe fires it back in toward the Castleton line, and Spartans get it back the other way. Number 28, Reed Leswig, sent it into the zone, and going to get to it was Gingera. There's Murray. Gingera there as well, and the Husky fell on the puck, and they blow the whistle.
Murray fell on top of it. Colin Murray's had about 6 passes just hop over his stick. He's frustrated tonight. You can see
so was it Murray that fell on the puck, or was it?
No, it was one of the Southern Maine, but he fell on top of it. But there's been few passes at Colin Murray. There's the last rebound opportunity by DeLorme and Gingras and Herzog.
There's Matson back in his own zone for Southern Maine. Gold did a nice job, knocked it down, sent it back into the zone as the Huskies just misfire on that pass at the line to Guimond. Went right by him all the way on Sonati. 11:32 to go, second period. Castleton with a 2-1 lead. Castleton's goals coming from Kyle Pitchler and Josh Harris in the first period. And here in the second period, the goal for Southern Maine was Stephen Gallo. Face off to the right of Eric Sonati in the Castleton zone. It bounces in on Sonati, and he covers up. Assist, number 37 on the assist.
Guimond and Miller got an assist on Gallo's goal.
Play back in. Spartans now control. Justin Alonso chasing it down in the USM zone to the end boards. Knocked down. Harris there now. He grabs it as Bell parked in front. It hit. He tried to, I think, feed it to Bell, and getting a stick on it was Hilligus, but Cage came off the mooring to blow the whistle anyway.
Yeah, there's a good opportunity right there for that line. And I'm telling you right now, it looked to me, and I don't know if we got the replay, that Hilligus knocked the net off on purpose. He came lifting right out of his crouch position and knew he was in trouble.
Way back in, it's Pitchler. Can't get good wood on it. Pitchler looking to run it down at the corner. Pitchler at the end board. Speeds it in front. Richards there, and it was deflected. It's cleared out to center. Barber now knocks it back in. It would have been a delayed offside call against the Spartans. Matson, but Pitchler beat him to the puck. Now Richards. Now Pitchler with it. Pitchler in behind Hilligus. Side of the net and covering up Hilligus.
Good forecheck there by that line again. They've had a good game so far. They getting with their speed and quickness. They're had to tag up on the delayed offside and still beat the defenseman down to the puck. You can see it here. See Pitchler a little cycle over to his wing and got a shot off on Hilligus, who made the save.
Laking making his debut. We mentioned that. Will Laking, number 26 for the Spartans. Crump bangs it in around the boards, far side over Collins. Laking there, Murray in as well. Gingera in on this line for the Spartans too. Murray in behind the cage. Murray now back to Laking, to Murray, looking back to Laking along the near boards, looks out toward the point. Laking to it. Now back to Murray, turns, fans on the shot in the right wing circle. McDonald there got tied up just a little bit. Now Collins with space up to center. Deflected back into the Castleton zone. Krompa back and sends it around far side. Played there by Leswing. Up now to Alonso, to Harris on the left wing. Back to Alonso and backhander right across the crease. And it comes around near boards. Still in the zone. Kept in at the line by the Spartans. Reed Leswing. Now Alonso, Bell side of the net. And it's played there by Lauren Miller. And he sends it out to center, and back is Van Dyke. Van Dyke to Brian Green, number 21 for the Spartans. Back up to center for our boards. Snaps it in diagonally to the right wing corner in the Southern Maine zone. Stepping up and playing the puck, it is Miller up to center. Miller taps it ahead. Gallo can't play it. Tap back out to center. Spartans in transition back the other way. The save by Hilligus off the shot from Frost. Herzog sends it out to Brian Green. He fans on it. Green again toward the middle. Green sends it down low, right wing circle to Mack, and Mack had the right idea, went behind Herzog, and back forward is Brian Green in his own zone for Castleton. Brian Green floats it up into the air. Richards at the line, and a penalty coming up here, I do believe.
Automatic. You're always calling interference.
Yep.
Anybody gets hit from behind like that, you're going to call it.
8:48 to go, second period. Castleton had a couple of goals in the first period to take a 2-0 lead, and USM has scored here in the second period. It's 2-1 Castleton.
Kyle Richards with a hit from behind there, an interference there. Good to see DeLorme back on the ice. He looked like he had rolled his ankle. You can see, I don't know if I'd call it interference. He had the puck. He had caught it and dropped it down to a stick, and Richards hit him, but it was from behind. So
at any rate, it's Southern Maine with a power play opportunity here. Thibodeau and Miller are at the points. As this squeezed out to center. Back it's Thibodeau at his own line. Thibodeau off the near boards for Guimond. Steered into the zone. Brackness on a chase. Seward number 21. Brackness is number 9. Thibodeau number 10. Thibodeau with it, digs it out. Out now to Miller. Miller brings it to the middle. Back now to Thibodeau. Looking, sends it to the right wing circle. The shot by Brackness rattles off the glass in behind Zanotti. Comes back out along the near boards to Thibodeau. Back to the midpoint now to Miller. Brackness again. Shot deflected toward the end boards. There is Guimond to play it. Now to Seward. Seward now in behind the net. Seward sends it near side. Thibodeau to the left wing circle. Back out now Miller. Brings it again to the middle, and the shot blocked, and they can't clear it out. Thibodeau looks, holes. Back to Miller. A drive, and it goes in wide off the end boards. Somewhere in there. Seward now plays the puck in the far corner. 55 seconds to go on the Husky power play. Brackness back out to Miller, and Miller has to play it out to center. Lauren Miller back now to Brackness. Brackness wanted to go to Thibodeau. It's intercepted, but poked back the other way, is unable to play it with Sakaris. And playing it now along the near boards. Pitchler on a nice play. Sent it to the end boards. And back to play at Seward. It's 32 seconds left on the Southern Maine power play. 7:19 to go in the second period. Castleton has a 2-1 lead. Off the near boards, and the pass too far for Dymock, and it's going to be
icing.
An icing call. 23 seconds to go on the power play for Southern Maine.
Again, Coach Meany asking how's that icing, because his player was to the puck first. In college hockey, it's called
And it's going to be Sakaris on the draw with Harris, and off the draw, chasing it down at center, Dymock over the line. Dymock has Seward with him, sent it right across the crease. Stepping up. It is Matson trying to get to it. Dymock went behind him. Here's the quick shot, Sakaris, and it's blocked back out to Matson. Send it to the right point now. Pompeo a drive, blocked toward the near boards. That does the penalty, and both teams at full strength. As Richards sent it poked away at center. Now it's sent back out onto the stick of Harris. Has Alonso with him, and out to knock it away was Hillegas. Sakaris now on the stick of Mike Green. Mike Green to the right wing corner, wrapped up there by Brian Green for the Spartans. And the Spartans looking to bring it out of their own zone as they have it in their own zone. They did toward the corner. Kept alive there by Mike Green. Sent it back toward the end boards. Dymock's number 18. Number 14 is Sakaris for Southern Maine. Sakaris can't get to it. Poked around far side. Pompeo steps up toward the right wing corner. Pompeo went by him, and the Spartans in transition up to center. Up now it is Harris, and it's going to be offside. He had Bell with him, also Richards, and they call it for offside. 2-1 Castleton, 5:59 to go in the second period.
I'd like to see that if that was offside, Cam. I'm not sure, but looked awfully good to me from up here, but linesman Brent Adams was right in a better position than I was, so we'll go with his call, and that's all that matters.
Notice how he questions the call, and then a few seconds later goes, well.
I'm going to have to say that wasn't offsides, but
okay.
That's okay. I get the benefit of replay, but
he is a hockey official now, ladies
Not
and gentlemen,
really.
and he's throwing his brethren under the bus.
No, I'm not. He's done a great job.
After the initial
I didn't think
criticism.
It was. I didn't think it was.
That's okay.
And I'm right. And I would tell him that because he can handle it.
Here's Laking now. Thibodeau trying to get to the puck, but Murray beat him to the puck and clears it out, and this will
waved off.
It is waved off. It was looking, the arm was in the air, but they do wave off the icing call. Prompt sends it back now for Leswing, who fires into the corner.
Icing.
.5:16 to go second period. Castleton in a battle here. Southern Maine, well, Castleton was clobbering UNE last night. Skidmore was clobbering Southern Maine.
Yeah, Southern Maine got a little life on that goal, and they've really kind of taken the play. You know, they've outshot the Spartans in this period. 7-5, and they've had the better of the play. You got to change up. Get the players back out there for the icing. You can't change
on an icing call. Right. That's right. So Gingera back out there, and Mack has to come to the bench. Face off to the left of Eric Sonati. Herzog and Guimond on the face-off. To draw loose in the circle. Out to Miller. Collins. Cleared out to center. Miller knocks it down at the red line. Here's a nice play by Gingera. Runs it down in the USM zone. Gingera controlling at the end boards. Gingera and Herzog there, and
got a penalty.
It's going to be on Southern Maine as Sonati came to the bench for the extra skater.
You got a charging call.
So Castleton, a big power play opportunity here. Castleton has 19 shots on goal now. Southern Maine with 12. Sonati has 11 saves, and Hillegas has 17 saves.
A charge on Gallo down the corner.
Gallo scored the goal early in the period for Southern Maine.
It's a good opportunity for Castleton to get back a 2-goal lead here. Their power play is very good, and like I said, Southern Maine doesn't have the best penalty kill.
Ryan Green and Crump pinch a catch at the line. Crump sent it down low. Harris is on, and Alonso, and also Bell. Here's Harris, and he fired it right down the slot. Now Crump plays it along the far boards. Back to Alonso, cycles to the left wing circle. Green, a shot blocked and cleared out by Thibodeau. Minute 33 left in the Spartan power play. 4:28 to go second period. And Castleton has a 2-1 lead over the University of Southern Maine Huskies here at the Spartan Arena. Spartans on that power play. Chopped toward the end boards. Matson. Alonso, Harris there. They're all pinching up. Alonso breaks it loose out to Brian Green. Kept it in at the line. Just barely. Down low to Harris. Harris on a battle with Collins. Collins there. Alonso now digs it out. Cromp, top of the slot. Down low. Alonso back out. Brian Green. Green fires it. Wanted to go toward the post to Bell. Bell has to play it along the near boards. And did Cromp keep it in at the line? No, it's offside. 48 seconds left in the Spartan power play.
Couple plays just missed. Alonso and Harris had a backdoor play that just missed. Harris circled around the slot and looked for Alonso coming off the back door, and he had him there, and he just missed him.
Schaneberger's out with Murray and Frost, DeLorme and Van Dyke on the power play. 42 seconds left in the Spartan power play. Schaneberger toward the corner, sent it to the end boards. Frost there. Now Schaneberger. Schaneberger back to Frost to the right wing circle. Frost controlling out to the left point, and it hops over DeLorme's stick. He has to play it out to center. Back to Van Dyke near side. Van Dyke chops it ahead to Schaneberger. Schaneberger up now to Frost over the line. Frost taps it down the middle. Murray gets to it at the end boards. Wanted to go back to Frost, but Schaneberger plays it at the far boards. Fanned on the pass, and Seward steers it out to center and dumps it into the Castleton zone with 5 seconds left in the Castleton power play. And just under 3 minutes to go in the second period now. Power play is over. Both teams at full strength. 2-1 Spartans. Back to Gingerod. Right wing. Gingerod wanted to go to Schaneberger. He fanned on it. Back to play it as left wing. Left wing back in his own zone. He's got Barber with him. Barber with it. Barber floats it up, deflected into the zone where it's LaPointe. Turns it up the ice, and he dumps it to the line where it's knocked down. Now it's back into the Castleton zone. Spartans get it back out to center. And chopping it toward the right wing corner is Pitchler. Gingera and Pitchler on a chase. Gingera with it. Gingera wrapped up, knocked down by Grandinetti. Now Pitchler with it. Pitchler sent it right to the crease. Puck loose. They're poking at it. Healey Gastair still poking on it. And Grandinetti finds the puck and clears it back down. This should be an icing call against Southern Maine, and it is. 2:07 to go, second period.
Yeah, good action there in front. You can see Pitchler driving the pass in front and just over a stick. Castleton's had a lot of passes and opportunities. Just hopped over their stick. They certainly come over the last half of this period, played a lot better than they did the first half of the period. But Southern Maine, again, hanging around as a road team is what you want.
Out to the right point, DeLorme. DeLorme looking, fires it down low by Alonso. Now Sakaris in transition for Southern Maine. Sakaris now on the near side, Grandinetti. Grandinetti floats the puck to the right wing corner diagonally in the Spartan zone, and back forward is Ryan DeLorme for Castleton. Steers it off far side. Thibodeau steals. It's blocked back out to center, and backtracking is Collins. Collins now sends it near side to Matson. Matson tips it off the near boards, and it went right behind Brackness. I want to send Brackness in. Here's Eric Mack the other way to Harris. He got spun around top of the slot. Seward now for Southern Maine. And at 25 to go in the second period. Seward cuts it to the left wing circle, lost an edge, and it rolls in on Sonati, and he covers up with 1:21 to go in the second period.
There's a big hit at the boards, and I don't know, Southern Maine's defenseman's stick went flying up into the net, good 30 feet up in the air and 30 feet down the ice. And
2-1 Castleton, 1:21 to go, second period. Good one here at the Spartan Arena. Jack Healey, Brian Hill, PEGTV, Channel 20. Cam Clark, our producer. Mike Valentine, Chris McCormick, our producers at Channel 20, PEGTV, on the Comcast system here in the Rutland, Vermont area. As Frost in behind his own goaltender. Spartans loaded out to center. Here LaPointe, and it knocked down. Now here's Barber, center ice circle. Barber fires to the right wing corner, USM zone. Back on the other side, it is LaPointe. LaPointe finds the puck in the corner. Under a minute to go in the period. Grandinetti now, number 7 for USM. Chops it out to Gallo, who's got the goal for USM. Cross ice to McDonald over the line. McDonald cuts it in. McDonald in behind Sonati. He got wrapped up. Now Barber over there. McDonald there. So left wing. Look at the end boards. Spartan zone, and USM controls out to Grandinetti midpoint. Grandinetti toward Guimond and also Gallo. Gallo wrapped up by Barber. Only 2 seconds to go in the period. Cleared out to center by Lapointe. Lapointe back to play it. Pierre-Michel Lapointe, but it is going to be an icing call. Or is it an icing call? They're going to call a penalty here. Well, it's both, actually.
They got an icing and a penalty. No, we don't have any penalties.
I thought they did.
No, they're just bringing players back out on the ice.
I thought he was steering somebody to the penalty box, but as you mentioned earlier, you can't
change.
A rule put in, 2 or 3 years ago,
Yeah.
right? That you can't change on icing calls.
Castleton wants to win this draw. They don't want to give up anything in this last 18 seconds. Going to win a draw here.
Herzog and Seward. Richards and Seward. Toward the corner. Steered around. Eric Mack. Brackness over there. Thibodeau is over there. Seward along the near board. 6 seconds to go in the period. And then Eddie tried to step up to it. It's cleared out to center. There is Pompeo. And that does the period. A good second period. Spartans had a 2-0 lead after a period. And it was Gallo who scored early in the second period here for the University of Southern Maine. So it's now 2-1 after 2 periods of play here at the Spartan Arena. And we will be back to recap the scoring here after 2 periods of play after this timeout.
Radio and TV,
Internships and community service. There's a real sense of community.
and lots of opportunity.
And Castleton is in Vermont.
That means hiking, biking, skiing, and riding.
Visit castleton.edu to learn more about Castleton.
We are back at the Spartan Arena. We're between the second and third periods. Got a good one going, Brian Hill. Jack Healey, Brian Hill, 2-1 Castleton after 2 periods of play. And what do we got scoring-wise?
Well, in the first period, we had Kyle Pitchler on an assist from Schonenberger. You can see the pass back to the point from Delorme, and he rips it. Two blocks, and Pitchler in the right spot at the right time and buries it to make it 1-0 Castleton. Nice controlled play, get his head up, makes a pass back, and winds up 2 block shots. Unfortunately for Southern Maine, that goes right to Pitchler, and Kyle doesn't miss those. And you can see the turnover here. Pitchler again involved with his head up. Nice feed over to Harris, and he buries it in to make it 2-0 Castleton.
They give Alonso also an
assist,
and
there.
I can see on that replay that possibly he did touch the puck.
Yes, possibly he did, because there he is right there. You can see him coming around the net. And here's Gallo's goal for Southern Maine that we discussed earlier. Kind of like a changeup, I think, and Sonati had it, and it just kind of deflected off his blocker. Kind of a Tim Wakefield knuckleball or an R.A. Dickey knuckleball. I like those, Jack.
Very good to use.
That's
the
why I'm the
baseball
best.
reference.
But Sonati, again, I think he wishes he had that back. 2-1 Castleton. Shots on that period, Castleton with 6 and 7 for Southern Maine. Sonati with 19 saves and Hilligus with 10.
So we'll take a little break here at the end of the second period, and you're watching Castleton hockey action here on PEGTV, Channel 20 in the immediate Rutland area. Jack Healey, Brian Hill, Cam Clark is our producer here at the Spartan Arena, and our producers at Channel 20, Mike Valentine and Chris McCormick, Brian Bashaw, and Nick Lingardo, our cameramen. So we'll be back right before the start of the third period from the Spartan Arena.
Why do students choose Castleton State College? It's big enough so there's lots to do, but it's small enough so that they can get involved in their classes and in clubs, in student government, theater, music, radio, TV, internships, and college and community projects that really matter. Castleton President Dave Walk calls Castleton a small college with a big heart. From their first day on campus, students feel a part of the community. Castleton offers more than 30 majors, career preparation, and the liberal arts and sciences. In every field, students receive personal attention from excellent faculty. There's a sense of community and lots of opportunity. For more than 200 years, Castleton has been educating students while changing to meet their needs. Technology, sustainability, internships, and community engagement are all part of a Castleton education. And the Castleton Spartans compete in 20 intercollegiate sports. Last year, 19 teams went on to the postseason, and individual athletes earned 79 spots on all conference teams, 6 all-region awards, and 1 All-American mention. Spartan Stadium, the home of men's and women's soccer, men's and women's lacrosse, field hockey, and football, is one of the finest facilities in the state. Glenbrook Gymnasium and Spartan Arena have been beautifully renovated. Castleton is in central Vermont, near the best snowboarding and skiing in New England, and close to where you are right now. And with all these advantages, Castleton is affordable with costs well below private colleges. Find out for yourself how Castleton can make a difference in your life by visiting soon. Check out the web at castleton.edu.
Sports fans, PEGTV is looking for volunteers to videotape area sporting events for broadcast. PEGTV will train any Rutland County resident on the latest high-definition video cameras and provide you with all the equipment you'll need to tape area college and high school games or any organized sport. So grab a friend or another parent and get your students on PEGTV. Contact PEGTV today for more information about this great public service.
Jack Healey back with Brian Hill, Cam Clark, our producer, getting set for the third period. The Spartans lead at 2-1. And
I'm ready.
And the Spartans, you got to say, period number 1 went to the Spartans. Obviously, they scored 2 goals in that period, but period number 2 went to Southern Maine.
Yeah. If you're going to score it as a fight, it probably was 10-9 Southern Maine in that second period, and probably about 10-8 in the first period for Castleton. But, you know, for a road team to come in here and only be down 2-1 after giving up 7 goals last night to Skidmore and Castleton scoring 8, you know, they're going to be pretty happy the way that things are looking here. Castleton can't give up points. They need points to move up in the standings, you know, to fight for home ice in the first round of the ECAC playoffs. So it's a big period for them. You got to protect your home ice. I didn't think they skated very well in the first probably 12 minutes of the period. They started coming around a little bit in the latter half of the period, but you know, this is their home ice. They're going to come out flying here and try to bury this Southern Maine team because they don't want them hanging around. Because as we can see, or as we saw, I'm sorry to say, you know, Gallo's goal wasn't, you know, the prettiest thing, but, you know, it went in the net, and you don't want to give a team like that a chance to hang around.
Spartans scored 2 in the first period at the 154 mark. Kyle Pitchler is second of the year from Ryan DeLorme and Ben Schadenberger. And has scored again at the 1936 mark of the first period. Josh Harris is 10th of the year from Pitchler and Justin Alonso. And the goal for Southern Maine, a minute 30 into the second period. Stephen Gallo scoring his 4th of the year from Miller and Guimont. Castleton going right to left here in the third period with Josh Hilligus, the Freshman goalie for Southern Maine off to our left, and Southern Maine going left to right. It is Eric Sonati in goal for the Spartans off to our right. So should be, Brian Hill, a very interesting third period.
Yes, let's hope Castleton can come out of here with a victory and
well, they're looking for their fourth straight.
Move up in the ECA standings. Right now they stand fourth, basically tied with Skidmore and St. Anselm's, and well, also with UMass Boston. So a victory here would go a long way into moving them up into the third spot.
Of course, you always remember St. Mike's and St. Anselm's. You can always just scratch them
right,
out,
that's
regardless
true.
of wherever they might be, since they are D2.
D2 teams, which that's a whole nother subject that needs to be addressed on your talk show again. On Monday through Friday, 9 to 11 on NSN. Jack Healey, George Como, two legendary sportscasters. How you like that?
And that legendary audience that we have.
Some of the best in the state and out of state. I don't know what we're waiting for here. A little delay.
Is the ice puddling up or something somewhere?
No, it doesn't look like it. Yeah, maybe it is over. Oh no, we got a one of the pads has come apart by the glass, the seam by the end of the bench. Because many couple years ago when Zdeno Chara hit the Montreal Canadian forward Pacioretty into the glass, and now they're all padded in all the arenas. That was quite the ordeal, wasn't it? The Montreal police tried to arrest Chara, prosecute him. Only in Montreal does that happen. Am I showing my Boston Bruins colors?
Hey, since we're both rooting for the same team, I have no problem with it.
It's a little ridiculous there, but anyway.
I have no problem. Once in a while, I like to root for teams, too.
I know you do. Montreal Canadiens playing tonight, I think, against their rivals.
They're playing Toronto. Of course, the Bruins are playing the Rangers. That's 4 of the original 6, but right. Chicago is playing LA, and I think that's this afternoon.
Yeah.
And who's Detroit playing?
I don't know.
St. Louis,
St. Louis. Yeah. I would have liked to see the Detroit-Chicago.
Yeah, you kind of.
But, you know,
they probably wanted, I don't know if that was a nationally telecast game or not, Chicago, and they probably wanted to start off with the defending Stanley Cup champion.
I think that's tomorrow. It's Chicago-LA.
Is it?
At 3 o'clock on the new Comcast NBC.
Okay,
there,
I thought it was today.
Where they're carrying every game, seems like. Bruins Rangers at 7 o'clock. You got the Rutland High School undefeated Red Raiders against Middlebury. 7 o'clock following this game, so it's hockey night in Rutland.
All right, we're set to go as they got the repairs all done. It's Southern Maine going left to right here in the third period. Castleton right to left. Castleton with a 2-1 lead. Grandinetti over the line to Thibodeau and sends it right across, and Sonati might have got a piece of that on the way through. As right off the bat, USM had a little bit of a scoring threat. Backboard Barber in behind his own net. Barber steers it up to Frost, up the middle now. Herzog, here's Eric Mack over the line. Mack fires in off the end boards. Grandinetti knocks it away. Went by McDonald, but now Seward with it. On the right wing side is Brackness. Here's McDonald, and he backhands it in behind the net. Pitching up right in front of the Castleton bench. Tipped into the USM zone, and back forward is Miller. They try to go back to Miller down the middle. They scored!
Dan Bell.
Apparently not. I thought it went in.
Oh, my gosh, that went in. That was in the net.
I thought it went in. Alex Todd thought it went in as well. Oh, my goodness. We're going to take another look at that here in just a moment. Play still underway here. I thought that went in.
Dan Bell, we have the benefit of replay, but
we're going to get to that here in a moment when we have the stoppage and take another look at it here, as they are no icing called here. Sonati Leaves it around for Crump. Crump along the far boards. They send it up. Now here comes Pitchler. He's in, and the save by Hilligus. Schöneberger tried to glove it down. It's loose along the near side, as tapped out to center by O'Brien, and back forward Barber for the Spartans. Of course, in Division III, there's nothing you can do about it. You can't go back to it, but as you can in Division I now, and hockey, obviously in the National Hockey League as well. Schöneberger went off Pitchler. Schöneberger, second opportunity, clears it out to center. Backtracking is Matson.
You really can't ask the goal judge because it's kind of
they're kind of unofficial.
Right, it's not.
It's glove by Zanotti. He leaves it for Van Dyke. Van Dyke spins around, starts it up on the right wing. Up to Richards now. Richards over the red line. And Richards splits it all the way in. Knocked down at center ice. And let's take another look at it now.
That's Pitchler.
Well, that's Pitchler right now. That's the play earlier. We thought
by
that
Dan Bell, and a little deflection. We got a penalty. We got a hit to the head. This might be it right here.
Yeah, we do have a penalty, but yeah, you saw it.
I can't. Looks like it hit the post and went in. That was definitely in the net.
It looked like it went in to us.
I can see it right here. Yeah. You can see the puck go on the left, off the left post and in. It was certainly in.
That went in.
That was a goal.
The penalty here is against Southern Maine. The Spartans go on the power play. It's on Brackness. Tripping. Wow. So the Spartans on another power play opportunity. Shot blocked. Bell there. Now Harris with it along the far boards and out near the line. Harris now looking. One-timer goes in wide as the pass went to Brian Green at the right wing circle, and back all the way into his own zone is Harris. Now Bell over the line. Bell checked along the far boards by McDonald. Grandinetti now is checked. Now Bell comes over. He's bumped. Thibodeau with it, and he spins it the length of the ice. A minute 20 left on the Castleton power play. 17 minutes to go in the third period. Castleton has a 2-1 lead. Up the middle, Crump. On the left wing side, Schöneberger. Schöneberger over the line. Schöneberger in deep. Send it right across. It's played out, and Delorme from Frost. Now Van Dyke. Frost getting a pass at the slot, but it's cleared out. As that's Murray that's in there on the power play now as well, along with Schöneberger. 47 seconds left. The Spartans trying to cash in on a power play here. Over the line, Murray sent it to the end board. Schöneberger on a chase. Schöneberger with it. Back to Murray. Murray now to the right wing corner. Back to Schöneberger along the near boards. And it's cleared out by USM, as finding it was Collins, and he cleared it out. 26 seconds left in the Spartan power play. They change up again. Brian Green's out along with Harris and also Alonzo and also Bell. Right wing side over the line. Harris. Now to Bell on the save by Hilligus. Quick shot. Hilligus right on that. Point blank range virtually. It's in behind the net. 6 seconds to go in the power play. Here's Crump. Crump now looking. Fires. Save. Hilligus. And that does the penalty. Both teams at full strength. Skating it out. O'Brien. And he fires it all the way in. It should be icing as it's full strength now. And icing against USM. 2-1 Castleton. 15:36 to go in the third period. It appeared to us on the replay, and again, we don't. We have a couple of cameras, but both you and I, Brian, thought that it did hit the post and go in.
Yeah, we can see it right here. A little turnover, and Bell with a deflection. It goes up. Looks like it's inside the left post and in. You can clearly see if there was a camera behind the net, you could see it being in.
Frost through traffic, knocked down. It's loose. Herzog knocked down in front. And we got a
hand pass.
Which
you can't do anymore in college hockey.
We're not 100% conclusive
no,
on that,
not,
but it certainly
like in the NHL and college hockey, if there's a camera above the net, I would gather to say that it went in. You can see the deflection. You could almost see it.
And you can see Bell. Generally, the players know.
Right.
And you can see. I was at a place last week. We had a similar situation up at St. Mike's where a player thought that they had the goal and put their hands up into the air. And not to say, I mean, obviously players always, I guess, think they have the, but pretty much they react according to what they see. Here's Mack over the line. At any rate, still 2-1 Castleton. Mack along the near boards, and we got a penalty coming up, and another one coming up against USM.
A hook.
And so Castleton, another power play opportunity, Brian. They've had several.
Yeah, they would have might have called it a slash, but
McDonald is going off for USM.
A lot of complaining going on from the USM bench. Not happy about that call, but clearly a hook.
So Castleton with another power play opportunity. Crump and Green at the points. And up front, it's Harris, Bell, and Alonso. Alonso can't play it along the near boards, cleared out by two. Ryan Green back to get it. He's in on the power play for the Spartans. Spins it up now on the left wing side up to center. Center ice circle on the right wing. It is Harris in. Harris out to Crump. Green. Crump, one-timer. Blocked. It comes to Alonso along the near boards.
They like to set up Crump for that one-timer. He's got a rocket.
Harris at front, the save, and in there it is loose, and they blow the whistle. Apparently, initially on the save, Hilligus apparently did glove it and hung on. Scramble in front, 1:19 left in the Spartan power play.
It's the second time you see Harris come out of the corner and be able to get some space and some time. And there's twice he's done that, stepped out from one of the corners on the power play, and a good save by Hilligus. They try to run a little pick play there, pick out the defenseman, but Harris, with his quickness, seems to be able to make that move at ease. That's the second or third time he's come out of the corner. You can see here again, he gets a good shot off. And a nice save by Hilligus.
Frost, Schieneberger, and Murray up front, and Van Dyke and DeLorme at the points off the face-off all the way back into the Castleton zone. Guimond chasing, but he didn't have the numbers for sure. Short-handed. Murray up to center. Murray bumped and backtracking. It is Sakaris, and he wheels it around right by Van Dyke, the length of the ice, under a minute to go in the Castleton power play. 2-1 Castleton. Just under 14 minutes to go in the third period. Schieneberger taps it in behind Hilligus. Frost trying to get to it. Guimond floats it up into the air. Zacharias knocked it down, but it came back the other way. He tried to knock it down. Murray on the right wing to Frost. Stops along the far boards. 30 seconds to go in the power play. Frost shot deflected. Can't clear it out. Crump with it. Crump sends it down low toward the corner. Frost goes by everybody. Back out to Crump at the right point. Shot blocked by Thibodeau. And Thibodeau finds an opening and clears it back down with 12 seconds to go in the Castleton power play.
It's a second or third shot that Crump has had blocked. He's had good opportunities.
Green now to Alonso over the line. Alonso to the right wing corner to Bell. Bell in behind the net. Harris with it now. The penalty over, both teams at full strength. Harris to Green, and he scores!
There's that play. Harris out of the corner.
3-1 Spartans, and that, of course, with both teams at full strength, the power play was over. Spartans get the 2-goal lead back again. 12:53 to go in the third period.
Nice play by Harris as he got the puck in the corner. This time, Green slid down from the point and was wide open. Put it in behind Hilligus. You see Harris once again with a puck. Get his feet moving. Comes out of the corner. No one takes him. He just waits. Everybody looks, and you got 5 guys all looking at Harris. And Green buries it. Big goal for Castleton. Again, tough after the power play. You got to be ready for these things.
They, as you mentioned, they did not score the power play, but they did score a few seconds later. Green, we have him for his second goal of the year. Here's Richards. Richards had it poked away. What a weekend for Harris. Alonso also picks up an assist. Harris and Alonso, what a weekend for Alonso as well. As USM gets the puck into the zone, Osborne. And
looks like we got a hook on DeLorme, I think. No, Lesswing. I think it's a hook on Lesswing. give it an embellishment on the dive there. You can see here's the goal again by Harris. Waits. Everybody looking at him as he's been effective coming out of the corner. Like I just said prior to that, and Green slid down and didn't make a mistake on that.
Southern Maine on the power play opportunity here, as with it is Miller, left point. Brackness, the save made by Zanatti.
Big one there.
Brackness in with Thibodeau. It's Miller, also Guimond, and also Seward. That's the alignment right now in the power play for the Huskies of the University of Southern Maine. And they send it right up the middle where Van Dyke finds it and clears it back down. 1:30 left in the Southern Maine power play. 3-1 Spartans with 11:44 to go in the third period.
Very aggressive penalty killing by Alonso and Harris. Bottled them up in their own end. Can't get it out. Haven't been able to get in the Castleton zone. Good penalty kill. Again they stop the neutral zone.
Back forward again, Lauren Miller. 1:05 to go on the Southern Maine power play. Near side, Thibodeau. Thibodeau over the line. Thibodeau right wing circle, the save by Sonati. Along the far boards, Osborne there. He's in on the power play now. He kept it alive. To Seward, Osborne in, right across, and it was knocked away, and then the cage came off the mooring. I'm not sure if Zanatti got a piece of that or not, but we got a stoppage with 49 seconds left on the Southern Maine power play. 11:06 to go, third period. Castleton picking up a goal by Brian Green here in the third period to take a 3-1 lead.
I think Barber got away with one there. He hammered. He hammered Thibodeau into the net, and Thibodeau's clearly not happy with it. Hope our mics didn't pick that up.
I heard it. I'm not sure if I heard it through my earphones or just heard it out in space.
I think we heard it in space, but he wasn't pleased by Barber. Anyway.
You can send Brian Hill an email, and he'll tell you what was said. Pompeo.
There's a hook right there, and he missed it. They're letting him play.
Matson had it poked out. Bell, and back forward it is Sakaris. With 17 seconds left in the USM power play. Pompeo had it poked away, and it bounces right to DeLorme. Clears it out all the way back down, and back forward Sakaris. 6 seconds to go in the USM power play. Sakaris really got hit by Harris. Over to Pompeo. Penalty over. Both teams at full strength as the Spartans send the puck into the corner in the USM zone. Here's Alonso. His shot goes in wide and comes around to Grandinetti. Alonso bumps him right in front. Harris, he can't quite get a stick on the pass right down the slot. Back it goes to Pompeo. Pompeo now starts it around on the left wing side. Right up the middle, Gallo tips it into the zone. Stephen Gallo toward the right wing corner, and back forward it is Barber. Barber chips it ahead and cleared out to center. Back to play it. LaPointe, Grandinetti. And I think we're going to have a tripping call on the Spartans here.
DeLorme's going again. Just came out, going back in.
So another power play opportunity for USM. It's going to be left wing again, as you mentioned.
I'm sorry. Left wing, I'm sorry. Sorry about that, Ryan. I got there.
As you didn't mention that. I thought
I'm sorry about that, Ryan. And her parents, it was left wing.
It is left wing again.
Back in again. Sorry about that.
But I said it as you mentioned.
Right, no.
Which you didn't mention.
I don't know why. I always get those two confused.
I just assume you were correct here.
Well, I usually am.
Grandinetti now at the midpoint to Thibodeau. Another power play opportunity to Seward, and it's kept alive. Guimond to Brackness and a shot blocked. On the near boards, they're pitching up, floated up into the air. I thought it came out of the zone. It's a hand pass anyway to whistle down against Grandinetti.
Alex not going to be happy about that penalty kill. They got plenty of time to get the puck out, and they seem to be trying to dangle around with it instead of just clearing it to waste time. And they had a couple of turnovers, almost a little 2-on-1 right there.
Because of the hand pass, the face-off back in the USM zone. 1:43 to go on the Husky power play. And Grandinetti back in behind his own cage. 3-1 Castleton. 9:09 to go in the third period. Up to Thibodeau. Cross ice, tipped in by Guimond and knocked back out by the Spartans. There's Ryan Delorme. Thibodeau now wheels around up the middle on the left wing side now. Ahead it is Seward. Seward back toward Thibodeau. Lost an edge, looked like Alonso. Alonso might have helped him down a little bit.
Well, he just got better body position on Thibodeau. Didn't like it again, but just got outworked.
And back to play at Brackness. A minute left on the USM power play. Now Pompeo. Split it across the red line. Van Dyke shoots it back in. Back is Matson, number 6. Along the near boards, Pompeo. Over the line, Pompeo stick handling. Almost got it by Brian Green. Toward the corner it goes. Tipped in behind the net now. Over there is Sakaris. Pompeo was waiting at the top of the circle. Sakaris had it poked away and goes back toward Van Dyke. And the Spartans managed to clear it out. Back forward Matson. 20 seconds left in the USM power play. Mike Green is number 19, but back is Barber in behind his own net. Smashes it off the near boards, and it's cleared out on the opportunity by Richard. Sent it all the way on to Hillegas, and back is Miller. 6 seconds to go on the power play. Miller taps it up the center across the red line, and right on it is Barber, and he wheels back into his own zone. That does the penalty. Both teams at full strength. A nice job of killing off that penalty again. Both teams been pretty good on the penalty kill here.
Yeah.
In this one, since there are no power play goals, that's obvious. Miller sent it up the center on the left wing to Mike Green to Gallo. He wanted to send Sakaris in, cleared back down by the Spartans, and back for it. It is Lauren Miller. Lauren Miller will start it up on the right wing side in his own zone for USM. Lauren Miller, number 24, taps it off the near boards and smashed back into the zone by Reed Leswing. And it's gloved down and left for Pierre-Michel Lapointe. 6:57 to go, third period. Brian Hill, and Castleton has a 3-1 lead.
Castleton with 6 shots this period and 1 goal, and 2 for Southern Maine. So Castleton has really clamped down on it, especially with 2 power plays, not getting many opportunities. Very aggressive penalty kill by Castleton. I think we have a timeout.
Kyle Pitchler scoring for the Spartans in the first period at the 154 mark. His second of the year from Delorme and Schieneberger. Josh Harris's 10th of the year at the 1936 mark from Pitchler and Alonso. Spartans led 2-0 after a period. Early going second period at the 130 mark. The 4th of the year for Stephen Gallo. And this is Gallo's.
This Gallo's goal. You can see
goal right here.
Change up.
And Guimond and Miller on the assist. And Brian Green scoring in the here in this period for the Spartans.
Here's a Green goal as Harris comes out of the corner with his head up. All the Southern Maine defenders looking at him, and Green slips down, and Harris puts it on his stick, and it's in the back of the net.
And with 12:53 to go in the third period. I mentioned Harris assisting. Did anybody else get an assist on that?
On Green's goal?
It was Alonso, right?
Yeah,
Alonso.
So both of them with a 2-point night. Pitchler with a 2-point night.
Spartans go on the road next week at New England College at St. Anselm. And it's Babson and UMass Boston on the 1st and 2nd of February. I know we're here for Babson off the top of my head.
That's a big weekend for them. Team
Babson, I saw Babson play last week against St. Mike's. St. Mike's played them tough, but then the next day Babson beat Norwich. So,
so you know,
Babson a tough customer for sure. That should be a good one. That in a couple of weeks, the next time we're on board here on PEGTV, Channel 20 and around the world. Play back in after the timeout. Collins, Grandinetti. Collins still on the near boards for USM. Send it across. Gallo, now Dymock. Chopped into the zone. Van Dyke comes over. Good to see him back. Van Dyke missed some time, of course, for the Spartans. One tough customer, by the way. Aren't all hockey players? I think they're a little bit on the tough side, wouldn't you say?
I would say they are on the very tough side. Castleton employing a little bit of a neutral zone trap here, not wanting to give up too much here. They have 2 guys back. And
Gallo slides it up. Spartans right on top of it again at the center ice area. Herzog chops it ahead. Mack stops along the far boards. Herzog comes over. Back toward the corner. Matson there to play it. Bounces back toward Mack. Right circle. Save made, and the rebound. Herzog couldn't quite get to it. Here in the slot. Back in behind the net. Matson steers it up to center. Guimond will have to chase it down, but there is Leswing. Steers it around near side as the Spartans manage to tip it out to center. Running it down, Schoenberger. Left wing circle, cuts it in and shoots it all the way across. Guimond chops it up to center now. Pompeo on the right wing, Osborne, but it's knocked back out to center. Now it is played by Pitchler. Pitchler fires in. Hilligus the save. Pitchler right on the rebound. Can't quite pull the trigger. It's still in the zone. Gingera now. Back to grab it for a corner. Van Dyke bounces to Gingera. Gingera fires in diagonally, left wing corner. Bounces to the end boards. Murray there. Laking double teamed in behind the net. Broken loose. Here's Miller. Miller slides it up the middle. Sakaris. Back to Miller. It's going to be offside. USM. 4:27 to go third period. 3-1 Castleton.
Yes, that was offside. Good call by Brett Adams. You can see it right here. Just ahead of the play, right there on the left wing. Southern Maine forward.
Play underway. Pompeo squeezed at the line. Here's Bell. Pompeo steers it back and controls back the other way, and again it's offside, Southern Maine.
Yep, another good call. Carrying the puck, they're complaining, and it was certainly offsides. Do a lot of chirping out there, this Southern Maine team, on every call. Fighting hard, trying to get any advantage they can.
Osborne with Harris on the draw. Leswing shoots it off the near boards, and thought it was going to be icing for a moment there as the save made by Hilligus as Alonso hustling all the way.
Well, I know Southern Maine wanted icing, but their defenseman had an opportunity to play the puck, and he just let it go by him, so the referee's going to wave it off. That's the right call.
This is it right here. Alonso and got it right from Grandinetti.
Yep. Steps out from behind the net. And
quick shot.
Good save by Hilligus there.
Just under 4 minutes to go, third period. Play underway. Spartans in the USM zone. Kept in by Leswing, but here's Thibodeau. Controls out to center over the line. Thibodeau dropped it for Brackness back toward Thibodeau. Cromp over at the end board. Seward there to bump him. Thibodeau there as well now, number 10. And the Spartans slide it up to center along the near boards. It is played by Frost. Herzog with a cross shot, and Hilligus, the save. It came loose. It's right there at the crease, but they did blow the whistle. A little fisticuffs in behind the net, but they break it up in a hurry.
Gone.
Well, Thibodeau is gone.
With a spear. That was a cheap shot, ladies and gentlemen. I'm telling you right now, that was a cheap shot. Thibodeau's got rocked a couple times. He tried to spear him, and it clearly was a spear.
He's gone.
He's gone. It's 5 minutes. And a game. You can see it right here. The little scrum. There's, nothing's going on. They're trying to break it up. He pulls him to the glass. And you can see Thibodeau coming up right here, jab him, and that's clearly a spear. And that's, ladies and gentlemen, as a former hockey player, that's one of the cheapest shots you can give to somebody, because you're using the blade of your stick. Coach Beanie asking for a explanation. There's not really much there. You can clearly see it.
course, we say academic. I mean, he's out for the rest of the game. It's 3:35 left here in the third period.
There's that little 2-on-1, a good save by Healey, and Thibodeau takes him down. I'm telling you, he was upset before this. You could tell he's kind of had a little burr under his saddle, and he's tried to. He was mad at Barber for hammering him into the net. It should be 5 minutes,
which would virtually be the end of the game.
Right, it's a five-minute major. Yep. You know,
is it academic, a 10-minute misconduct, or a game misconduct?
I don't know what he's going to do. I thought it would be a game because considering for me,
it's either way, it's a game. Obviously,
it's an intent to injure. Now it's up to the referee if he only gives him 10 minutes.
Well, we'll wait for the announcement here.
Right. But like I said, Thibodeau's not been happy for a good 12 minutes here.
Well, wait a minute. Did they take?
No, they got somebody coming in there. Number 8 is serving the penalty.
But the Spartans only have. Oh no, they have 5.
They have 5.
Okay,
There's a guy in the corner you couldn't see.
It is 5 minutes. Yep, it's 5-minute major. So the Spartans can score as many as they can get here on the 5-minute major.
Should be 5-10 in a game, but they might not do that.
Of course, it's academic is for our purposes here anyway. It's a 5-minute major. The Spartans on the power play for the rest of the game here. Obviously, that is assuming there isn't a penalty on the other side. Harris in behind the net. Harris wheels around to the right wing circle out to Brian Green at the right point. Now back to Harris. Harris wanted to go to Crump, and it's knocked back out all the way into the Castleton zone. 3:09 to go in the third period. And at 4:30, academically now in the major, the power play for the Spartans, the major to Thibodeau.
He did get a game.
Actually, Jeremy Griffith is actually serving the penalty in the penalty box here. That's academic as well. And the Spartans have a 3-1 lead.
Well, it's not academic for Thibodeau because he's going to have to sit.
Yeah, no, I understand that.
Right.
But as far as our purposes are for the game here.
Right. As far as we don't care. But
Bell. There is Pompeo. Pompeo for USM. Kept in by Alonzo and scored it back out to center. Van Dyke, 2:30 to go in the third period.
All Castleton's doing is just trying to control the play, not giving anything up cheap. Because Southern Maine's going to try to, they got nothing to lose here. They're going to try to come aggressively on a penalty kill. So Castleton's going to be just careful, just dump it in, get it deep.
For the Pitchler, who got things started for the Spartans early in this one. Pinching up along the far boards. Now Frost with it. Chops it in behind Hilligus. Pitchler there. Comes along the near boards. DeLorme steps up. Now Frost down low left wing circle. Van Dyke at the right wing circle. Puck was on edge. Van Dyke getting it back at the right point. 1:48 to go. DeLorme now. Back to Van Dyke. DeLorme, one-timer. Goes in wide. Frost along the near boards. Back to Van Dyke. Now to Pitchler, right wing corner. Crump comes on. Frost behind the net. Herzog back to Frost to the left wing circle. Back now Van Dyke along the far boards. Chops it toward the corner. Now Frost in behind the net. There's Pitchler as well. And Crump steps up. Bell comes on. 1:15 to go in the third period. Spartans are on the power play and lead at 3-1. It's the continuation of the 5-minute major. Crump shot it in and was deflected up over the glass and out of play. Castleton with a 3-1 lead. 1:08 to go here in the third period.
Castleton just really kind of just playing the puck on the outside, making quick safe passes, just controlling the game. You don't want to give, make a bad pass across the middle and somebody jump on it and break out for Southern Maine. They just kind of, let this clock go down and come out with a victory. If they get a good opportunity, they'll get one.
Crump is from Montreal, so those folks that are listening in Montreal, that comment earlier was from Brian Hill.
That's okay. They'll understand.
Under a minute to go. Just to realize that. Here's Crump as we speak. And the save made, and on the rebound, it goes in behind the net. And Cage came off the mooring, apparently. That 49.9 seconds to go in the third period.
Crump had faked everybody out. He usually rips those one-timers. He tried to make a nice pass. Dan Bell was right there, and he had an open net. He just fanned on it. You see a nice play right here, and off his skate. Dan Bell wishes he had that one back, because normally he buries that. I think he was a little fooled by Crump's one-time or lack of one-timer. He was looking for a rebound. Castleton's broken 3 sticks in the last minute and a half.
Spartans still on that power play, of course. 49.9 seconds to go in the third period. Spartans lead at 3-1. Out now to Brian Green. Floats up into the air and was hit with a high stick, but 38 seconds to go. Bouncing puck toward the slot. Bell sends it to the corner. Steered around. Green keeps it in along the far boards. Brian Green. And it around the boards to the corner. 22 seconds to go. Spartans lead at 3-1. Pinch it up along the near boards. And this is Matson. Knocked down by Harris. Here's Harris in and poked away by Hilligus. Now Alonzo with it. 5 seconds to go. Out to Green. He holds it, and that is it. The Spartans sweep the weekend. It's all over. Castleton has won it by a score of 3-1.
Wow, there was a lot of action there. The last thing, Chad O'Brien was running around trying to hit everybody. He turned the puck over, and Hilligus made a good play on Harris, and then he went down and tried to take a dive in the corner. O'Brien tried to draw a penalty, but referees weren't having anything with it. And again, a lot of complaining again from Southern Maine. Really unhappy with a lot of things.
We'll be back to wrap up the scoring and put a wrapping on things here at the Spartan Arena after this timeout.
And